Welcome to the 2023 SUSE CP Conference, the Edge of Opportunity podcast from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. The Southeastern United States Canadian Provinces, or SUSE CP Alliance, was established in 2007 to formally advance a common interest in enhancing economic ties between the two regions. The Alliance is a strategic trade and investment-focused partnership between 6 southeastern U.S. states and 6 Canadian provinces. This year's conference is focused on opportunities in the blue and green economies.
And welcome back to the SUSE CP 2023 podcast here on Gale Force Winds. I'm Alan Dale. With me as always, my good buddy Jerry Crew. A lot of cool things happening here in this trade show. A lot of good conversations already sparking on the business side. Well, there's innovative thinkers and there's thought leaders, and then there's Jason Aspin. So Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Jason Aspin, CEO, CTO of Aspin Kemp and Associates, or aka Energy Systems, we're called now. Our company focuses mostly in the marine sector. That's where we were born and bred, mostly around making critical systems, infrastructure, power systems, processes more reliable, more efficient, and lower cost to operate. Those are the 3 things we focus on. We're the developer of the hybrid systems for various first initiatives in the marine field and in the oil and gas field as well. And a lot of what we've developed in those sectors has lent itself to land-based technologies like microgrid technologies. So pretty exciting time to be in this industry. The changes that have to happen to be net zero by 2050 and in some cases 2030 has been thrown around here. The U.S. Inflation Reduction Act, some stuff in the U.S. around making ports net zero and zero emissions in port. All of this is right up our alley. We're excited to be sitting in the position that we're in after having been chasing this sort of technology for the last 25, almost 30 years. It's great to see that we're finally making the changes that are required to achieve these goals. So it's a really exciting time to be here.
Jason, explain to me the connection from going from that marine sector, building resiliency there. How does that play into municipalities and the like?
Well, the grid has historically been very much a central sort of system. It's been large power plants and distributing that energy around, and now we're switching to a decentralized sort of model where power is consumed and produced at the meter or at the community level or the business level, commercial level. So that's very much like a marine system where you've got a connection to the grid that may be on or off working and that you can produce power there through renewables. You may have energy storage to help reduce your demand charges. All of that's similar to what we've done in hybrid systems in the marine field for 25 years.
Jason, and we just had City of Summerside on. You've got a great relationship with them. Explain to us what you're doing with that municipality.
So that's a microgrid project where we've got 28 megawatt hours of batteries, or 24 megawatt hours of batteries and 28 megawatts of PV panels. There's a potential add-on to that with hydrogen, which we're really excited about, trying to make a demonstration project there. So they've been very progressive as a city and in leaders in this sort of field, and they've been pursuing renewables for quite a while as far as municipality goes. They're trying to be one of the first net zero municipalities in Canada, if not North America. So it's great to have a partner like them to be the lead on a project there as far as the industrial supplier. So yeah, we're almost finished. We're getting close to by the end of September we'll be done with that. And looking forward to the next similar sort of project.
So Jason, your wind solar, is there anything with wave energy? Have you guys done anything with that?
We've looked at it and we'll continue to look at it. It's more difficult than some of the land-based stuff. And we've looked at tidal as well. The Bay of Fundy has such an amazing resource, but it's still a harder nut to crack, and Yeah, as far as the cost per kilowatt hour, there's some environmental challenges there, but for sure that'll become a tapped resource soon, I think.
Is that because you'd have to take up a bit of a wide swath to gather the energy? Or?
No, there's a bunch of challenges. The tides are so strong in the Bay of Fundy that they present more challenges than you would expect, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Harsh environment
It
as
is
well.
a pretty harsh environment. Yeah. Boulders get thrown around there in the tide.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Jason, SUCP, great conference. It's not your first one. I know you've been at a number of them. What are you really focusing on this year as a company?
We're going to be talking to people in the U.S. about the Inflation Reduction Act and also what some of the regulatory requirements are in ports now as far as reducing emissions. And I think that presents an opportunity for us that's unique, but also just in general what's happening with respect to distributed energy, microgrids, that sort of thing.
Aspin Kemp, great company, wonderful people work there. What would you say is your value proposition? How would you articulate that?
We like to be just a couple of steps ahead on the technology side. We're a small, nimble company. If you look at a lot of our competitors, they're the larger electrical companies like Siemens, ABB. So we're a systems integrator primarily, but a technology company where we fill in gaps as we see gaps in the industrial supply chain. We'll fill those gaps in with technology to be able to provide a solution. And in the kind of environment that we're in, there's going to be that need for creativity and nimbleness, I think. And I think that's where we'll find our niche. The other bigger companies take a longer lead time to move on some of these things, which is understandable. And hopefully we'll be able to fill in those early gaps and be first movers on some of this.
Speed and agility for sure, and great people on the other end of the phone when you call them, right?
Great people is critical to everything that we do, and we've got a great group of people, so we're looking forward to...
You sure do have a great group of people over there at AKA, but it all doesn't happen without solid leadership, so well done to yourself, Jason.
Oh, thanks a lot, Al. No, it's great it's an exciting time to be on deck. Yeah.
Pleasure meeting you, Jason.
Great to meet you, Jerry.
Thanks for being here.
Cheers. Thanks,
Cheers,
Al.
Jason. Cheers.
Great to see you.
Thank you for tuning in to the 2023 SUS CP Conference, the Edge of Opportunity podcast from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. The 2024 conference is taking place in Biloxi, Mississippi, and we look forward to seeing you there.